Hey and welcome to Rauta Beyond's game reviews or take on games. 5 reasons to play Ghost of Tsushima. Now I know I've been lagging behind on this channel for games and other videos, so pardon for that, being really busy, but now I still want to talk about Ghost of Tsushima, which I already finished a couple of months ago, and I guess I kind of forgot to do my game review, if you want to call this video that. Now I'm gonna just put one of my streams on the background, just for the sake of giving you something to look at rather than my face, while I try to give you 5 reasons to play this. But before that, let's take a quick recap what this game is all about. So you play this hero in Japan in the ages gone, I mean a few hundred years ago, not exactly ancient Japan, but still, and you're fighting Mongol invasion, armed bandits and stuff like that. And your main guy is supposed to be a certain kind of hero. But it's not a traditional hero in the sense of you fighting your enemies, not necessarily with, you know, lots of honor that is face-to-face combats in the field and all that stuff. But you're actually sometimes, depending how you choose to play your character, you end up being sort of an assassin. One could say ninja, even though the game doesn't exactly use that term for your character. Maybe Ronin, the kind of honorless, masterless samurai would be one way to put it. But of course you can actually have the more honorable approach to the enemy with your samurai style. Which brings me to the first reason why to play Ghost of Tsushima. It's the diversity in the game in how you approach your enemies, how to face these missions and tasks, how you encounter those combat situations. It's about killing your enemies, sneaking around with bow and arrow, maybe using your poison darts, or will you just face them with your swords ready? The choice is pretty much yours. I mean, there's some missions where stealth is very much forced upon you, and then there's only one way to go with the mission, stealth. This is more related to very specific missions with very tight narrative points. That is, when you're forced to encounter your enemies in a certain way. It's not too common, but it happens, and they're probably the most annoying missions in the game. And pardon for the quality, it's just one of my streams, and well, it seems it sucks, and I probably picked the wrong one here. But anyway, it's just to give you a little bit of indication how the game might look, even though it's not that pixelated in reality. When it comes to the game's freedom, I mean, once again, we have to underline and emphasize that the game is very much open world action adventure. That means there's a lot of combat, a lot of traveling, collectibles and all that stuff, but it's still action adventure. And by that I mean it's a lot focused on fighting. And nevertheless, I still was able to enjoy the game a lot throughout the things, because I mean, it's a lot of fun combat to do. And because of this freedom of selection, how you want to encounter or feel the encounters, how you want to fight the enemies and all that stuff, it is meaning a lot in games like this. Instead of going just guns blazing, you have the choice of how to do it. Which brings me to the second thing in this game, is this kind of reflecting moments, is that it's very Japanese in so many ways, and one of them is the graphics. I mean, the graphics might be very Western-like, but the point here is it kind of describes Japan and the settings and the characters and nature in so many beautiful ways. And it is very, very much an eye candy game, really, to just, you know, beat about characters, animation, animals in the forests and other places, waterfalls, what have you, mountains, and combats with those kind of slowed down movements. Very, very captivating, very, very enjoyable in terms of colors and details and animation and all that stuff. So in these terms, this my rather pixelated stream is not doing justice to that, but you'll just have to use your imagination how it would look on your big screen. Also related to that and this Japanese theme is the sound design. Sound design and music is very, very good in this game. I mean, I love the feeling that I am in fact in Japan. I was playing the game with Japanese sound, that is, all the dialogue is in Japanese, so it's not just Western people doing Western talk for Japanese looking characters, but it is all the way Japanese. Obviously you have the freedom of to choose English for speech as well, but I wanted to go with the Japanese thing, and I think it was really rewarding. Music is great, and there's some really beautiful tunes every now and then, and I must say it really complements the whole experience. And then we come to the point number 4, which is the game fun to play? And that is where this game shines even more than maybe graphically and sound-wise, because I enjoyed these combats a lot. Even when I hate certain kind of boss combats, in these games they were very enjoyable. I wouldn't go as far to say this is one of those Soulsborne games with those boss combats, even though they are very much different than your typical encounters. But, you know, you kind of have to learn certain kind of moves and use your special skills, which you then again unlock with kind of experience points, if you will. And this certain kind of determination with your character helps you to get through with these, but it kind of requires also to use those special skills. So it's not just a sword swinging and using bow and arrows. Very rewarding game system, in my opinion. Very nice to play, quite easy to get into, and makes you feel like you're a sword champion yourself, like Miyamoto Musashi, the most famous swordsman of Japan of all times. Really rewarding system overall, so it's fun, even with the kind of repetition with missions and all. And the open world, it's really nice. This would be the reason number 5. I love open world games, be it games like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed. Doesn't matter what the setting is or if it's fantasy role-playing game. I like when you have time and place to explore, see the difference between different areas and regions, and have the, you know, random animals going about, killing bad guys and all that stuff. And Ghost of Tsushima is very rewarding in that sense as well, because it is just giving in so many ways, and it's beautiful and cruel at the same time. And when you have this freedom of ways to combine with that, I mean, once again, are you a stealth action ninja type or more honorable warrior samurai of sorts, you're facing the enemy, you have all these things combined, which makes this game very enjoyable. So definitely one of my game of the year 2020 contender, even if not the game. I truly don't know. This is a great year for great games, including but not limited to games like Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed, and Cyberpunk, obviously, Watch Dogs, and so it's a great gaming year, and this is one of the best games. Luckily, it's also out for PS5, so in case you missed on PS4 and you have already moved on to the current generation gaming consoles, you can still enjoy this on your next generation gaming console as well. So definitely worth your money. And now with this talk and opinion, go give the game a chance. It's a really great game, and I hope you will enjoy it. Take care and bye bye.